and welcome to Pilates in Parramatta. This will be the intermediate version of the floor. Some of the exercises of the floor, standard exercises for intermediate clients at Pilates in Parramatta. If you're not a client at Pilates in Parramatta, feel free to join in anyway, but please be very, very careful with the exercises that you're doing. Today, we're going to be working on abdominals and some leg movement. If you feel these exercises anywhere in your neck and shoulders or in your back, know that you are doing them slightly incorrectly or not in quite the right position. It might be worthwhile to go back to the basic version of the floor and work on that for a little while first before you start on the intermediate version. Welcome to Samantha, our guinea pig, as usual. She's been very good to me and is working with me with all of these videos, which I'm very, very grateful for. All right, shall we start? Have a lie down, Samantha. On the basic video, you will have noticed that we had the wedge triangular cushion underneath Samantha. When you come to the intermediate level, we assume that you're going to be of a level where you don't need that triangle anymore. However, when you do have a small cushion, and we do have one, you can just see the outline of it there, under your head, make sure that you're far enough down that the cushion is just under your head, it's not under your neck. So wriggle down just a little bit, Samantha, that's it. All right, then we need to grab the legs one at a time up to chest, pull it in, make sure that your bottom is lifted, and then one knee down at a time, so making sure that the lower back under here is nicely on the ground and the stomach is holding firm. Okay, we're going to start with a basic version of a double leg stretch. So, drawing the knees back up to the chest again, one at a time, holding onto the legs. This will be a carry on from what we did in the intermediate version of the beginner version, thank you Samantha, of the exercises. So heels together with a bit of a turnout, enough pressure between the heels so that nobody would be able to flick their fingers through. Hands just resting comfortably on the knees. Now again, the way we did it in the intermediate, Samantha will be reaching her arms forward. The angle of the upper arm has to stay exactly the same. So don't drop the elbows down, but don't lift them up either. Taking a gentle breath in. As you breathe out, drop the chest down, reach the hands forward, curling up with it, and take the legs up. Reach, reach, reach. That's it. And breathing in and coming back down. Breathing out. Chest first, then the hands, then you, then the legs. Good. And breathing in. Now the lower back area has to stay completely still through all of this. Breathing out. I'm going to get Samantha to take the legs a little straighter as long as she's really reaching into it. That's it. And breathing in. Nice. And breathing out. You, arms. That's it. Legs absolutely last. And breathing in. Now this time I'm going to take the legs more upright rather than out. Breathing out, chest, arms, you. Keep the curl as the legs go upright, flex and turn out nicely. Lovely. Breathing in, grab the legs and lie down. And same thing again, breathing out, you first, then the legs. Really reach it out, lovely. And breathing in. Now, can you do one hunching your shoulders so they know what not to do? Breathing out, chest, that's it, and then holding yourself up with your shoulders and correct. Lovely. And back down again. And we'll also do one out of order. Come up first before you do the arms. That's it, and then the arms. Okay, and it goes into the neck much more, doesn't it? Yes, and down. So always make sure you do breath, arms, you, legs. So one more. Take a breath and chest, arms, reach them out, and legs. Good. And back down. Now we're going to up the ante a little bit. Breathing out, chest, arms, you, legs. Stay curled. Breathe in. Let your arms up a bit. Breathing out, arms back down, reach. Then breathe in and come back in. And again, breathing out, you first, then the legs. Breathing in, arms up, you stay curled. Breathing out, reach the arms forward again, and breathing in and down. And rest, one foot down and then the other foot down. Okay, now that is taking it from having the legs just slightly bent to having them more straight on a bit of an angle, but make sure that the lower back down here stays nice and still. Otherwise you're not using your stomach muscles as strongly. If you're letting your back lift up off the ground, you're letting your abdominals let go. You're rocking through the pelvis. And then to take them straight up. Now, if taking them straight up goes into your back, keep them with a little bit of a bend in your knees. It just means that your hamstrings are not long enough to take them in a straight position. So you just need to keep it a little bit more bent. Now, in this next one, with the arms raising and lowering, it is 2 sets of 10 of whichever version of these you want to do. But in this next set, I'm going to take it to the next level, if you like. So, 1 set of 10 doing what you would like, whether it's just straight up and down with the legs just a little bit bent, whether it's straight up and down with the legs more extended or more upright, or go up, arms lifting and lowering and then down. It then becomes this version. Take the legs up one at a time, heels together, pressing, breathing out, chest down, reach the arms, legs. Breathing in, arms to the ceiling. Breathing out, arms circle, keep the curl. Big out breath, reach it forward and breathing in. And breathing out, chest, legs. Breathe in, arms up, breathe out, circle, hold the curl. Reach it forward, make sure the arms are dying and breathing in. Because when the arms die, the stomach muscles die and then I'm happy. And breathing out, curling up, legs up, breathing in, arms to the ceiling, breathing out, circle, stay there, breathing in, arms to the ceiling, breathing out, circle, big out breath, squeeze the heels and down you come. Okay, and again, breathing out, curling up, and legs, breathing in, arms to the ceiling, flex, turn out, breathing out, curl, 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 breathing in, arms to the ceiling, try and keep the shoulder blades off the floor, breathing out, good, and back down, and breathing out, up you go, nice, flex, turn out, squeeze, breathe in, breathe out, big out breath, let them hear it, and breathing in, and breathing out, lovely, and back down, one more, and breathing out, curling up, that's it, breathing in, breathing out, round they go, sorry, didn't get my knee out the way, and breathing out, and back down, and one foot down, other foot down, and relax but keep your back flat. Now, if you're doing a double circle, altogether we want to do 10 breaths in one set and then 10 breaths in the next set. If you happen to do a double circle, you only do 10 double circles, one set. It develops the stamina rather than just the straight strength. If you're doing single circles, you still have to do 2 sets of 10. All right? Okay. The next exercise is the knee opening and closing. Now, the way I teach the floor is we do one exercise that involves a curl up. The next exercise is lying down. The next exercise is curling up. The next exercise is lying down. And the reason for that is that every time you curl up, if you're curling up fresh after you've had a bit of a break of lying down, you can put as much effort into it as possible. So, feet and knees together, keeping the weight down on one knee, hands on the hip bones for me.
You mean feet, right?
Feet, I do, yes. Just straight like that. Let the wrists drop down so that you can tell whether you are keeping your hips nice and still or not. On your in-breath, you're going to let the knee roll open, the other leg, and the hip has to hold still. Breathing in to open. Let the foot roll open with it. And then breathing out to close, ribs down. Good. And again, breathing in to open. Good. And breathing out. And breathing in. Samantha's got a bit of a wobbly leg going on with this one. And breathing out. Good. And breathing in to open. Other side staying beautifully still. And breathing out. Now I'm going to push Samantha a little bit. See how far you can get it open, keeping the other side down, keeping this down. Breathing in as it rolls open. Keep it nice and strong on the stomach on this side. Beautiful. And breathing out as you close. Nice. So the trick to opening the knee wider is the stomach on the other side has to be very, very strong. Breathing in as you open. Lovely. And breathing out to close. She's holding beautifully still. A bit of a wobble every now and then, just a shimmy, and it's fine. Breathing in to open. Good, nice correction. And breathing out to close. One more on this leg. Breathing in to open. And breathing out. Chest down, ribs down, squash the stomach down. Good. Toes flat on this side, keep that foot down, breathing in as this side opens. Using the stomach on the other side, beautiful. And breathing out. Build it up to doing it all the way if you need to. Sometimes you won't be able to go straight away into as wide as you would like. You sometimes have to build it up by doing a few smaller ones to get the rhythm going, to make sure you've got the right muscles kicking in and doing the right thing. That's the way. Careful of the other leg, don't let it drift. Good, keep going. This side's a bit wobblier than the other side. She's having to take her time, and that is wonderful. It is really good. The accuracy of the exercise is far more important than how far you're going.
Well, it just keeps going.
It's
doing something weird.
That's the way. Make sure the big toe on the other side stays down. It helps to hold the other leg still. Two more. Nice big out breath. Make sure the ribs are going down. Use it as a squeeze because it will remind that side to be working. Lovely. Last one coming up. Breathing in to open, making sure the out breath is going all the way out. Lovely. All right, now this one is also 2 sets of 10 on each side. So you do 10, 10, 10 and 10. Second time round, I'm going to up the ante a little bit on what Samantha's doing with this exercise. So she's not done this version before, so just bear with us as we go through it. Yep, adjusting yourself, making sure you're staying down is really important. Feet and knees together, hands on the hips. Engage the stomach before you start, just to make sure that you're nice and stable. You're going to take your left leg up to the ceiling, pointed and turned out, please. Keeping the hips nice and still. Good. Really extend through the toe. Now, the same hand as leg. I want that hand on the inside thigh muscle. That hand is there to remind that muscle that it's the one that should be doing most of the work. Now, very slowly, I've got cold fingers. Breathing in as you open, breathing out as it goes around, and breathing in, up and open. Breathing out, take it around, keep the other knee still, work the turn on. Breathing in, open, turn it out as it goes round, and keep turning it out. So knee facing the camera all the time. Breathing out around, because that's where you need the stability. And breathing out as it goes around. Nice turn out. Really wrap the thigh around. Doing beautiful extension. This is really hard. The stomach on the other side has to work exceptionally hard to do this one. And if you really want to test yourself to see how it's going, take the elbow off the floor on the other side. And breathing out. Nice. And breath in. And breathing out. The dancers out there will know what I mean. Make sure you're not sickling. And breathing out. Good. Let's go the other way. Breathe out, down. Breathe in, take it around. And in. Breathe out, down. Crush the stomach to stabilize. Breathing in. Work the turnout. Lovely. Breathing out. That's the way. And breathing out. You still got the inside thigh working? Lovely. Look at that determination on her face. And breathing out as it goes down. Breathing in around. One more. Breathing out, down. Breathing in around. Bring it together and place the foot. That's hard work, that one. Okay. Feet and knees together.
I am going to want to hit you.
Other leg. Other leg. So hand on the hip on the side that's holding still to make sure that you know that the hip is holding still. Other hand on the inside thigh to make sure that it's working. Breathing in as you open. Other knee, keep it up. Breathing out. Turn it out as it goes round. That's the way. And breathing out as you blow the leg away. Breathing in. That's it. Breathing out. Good. Make sure the big toe on the stationary leg is down. That helps hold the leg still. Stomach working nice and hard. Breathing in and breathing out. Work the turn out. Wrap the thigh around as it goes round. Beautiful. And breathing out as it goes round.
Clunk.
Okay, if it clunks, reach. Really reach it. Really turn it out. That's it. Last one coming up. Reach and turn. Reach and turn. Reach and turn. Good. And back down the other way. Breathe out. And breathe in around. Draw it in with the inside thigh. Breathing out. Lovely. Breathing in. Good. Breathing out. Breathing in. Don't plunk me in the head. And breathing out. Duck. She's going wider on purpose. And breathing out. Two more. Breathing out. Keep it turned out. Turn it out. Turn it out. Turn it out.
How dare you? You moved.
I moved, yes. And last one. That's it. Keep the turnout working. Good. And leg down. All right. Now, normally what you would do, if you're doing the knee opening and closing one, you would do knee opening and closing 2 sets of 10. The reason you're doing 2 sets of 10 because you're building yourself up to that circle, where the circle goes 10 times in one direction, then 10 times in the other direction before you change legs. To begin with, you might want to do 10 in one direction, repeat on the other side, and then change sides just until you pick up a little bit more stamina on the leg that you're working. But normally we'd like to run them, 2 of them together, okay? Both directions on the same leg. Okay, single leg stretch. Take hold of your legs, one knee at a time. All right? This one we didn't do in the basic version, so we're going to start off with the basic version of this one. Now, I need fingers clasped, 2 hands on one knee. Take a breath in.
This knee or the other knee?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Take a breath in. As you breathe out, chest down, pull the knee to you, curl up, point and turn out. Good. Check the shoulders. Lovely. Breathe in as you lie down. Change sides. Breathe out. Chest, pull, curl, leg. Now Samantha's automatically taking it low. You might need to start off with it quite high just to make sure that the back is staying down. Breathe in, bring it in. Breathing out. Chest, pull, curl, leg. Check the shoulders. Think of your elbows aiming for your foot. And breathing in as it comes down, and breathing out, back up the other side. That's it. Check the arms, elbows pointing. Good. And breathing in. Now, if this one is getting too easy for you, you don't go down in between. breathing out, chest, pull, curl, check the shoulders. Now when you let go, you're not allowed to drop. Breathe in as you change sides. Breathing out. Good. And breathe in as you change sides. And breathe out. This should really work the stomach. Not too low with the leg. Your feet should be roughly the same height. And breathing in and breathing out. Extended leg always turned out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lovely. Pull it down. Don't use your leg to hold you up. That would be cheating. And breathing in. Cramping, do it flexed. And breathing out. Pull the knee down to you. Good. And breathing in and breathing out. And pull it to you. Good. And breathing out. Take the arms long. So let go of your leg, take your arms long. That's it. And breathing in and breathing out. Reach the fingers as far as you can, not too low with that leg. And breathing in. 2 more. Breathing out. Laughing while you're doing this hard work. But she got it right. She burnt the stomach muscles. So that was really good, okay? It is 10 on each leg. I think Samantha did 8 on each leg that time, so she was doing pretty well. She's not done that version of it either, where she has to extend her hands.
I haven't done any of the version.
No.
What are you talking
I haven't
about?
done any of them. So that was pretty good as well. So 10 on each side. If you need to go up and down to get used to it, by all means do. If you start doing it staying up and you're feeling it going into your neck and your shoulders, do a couple going down and back up again and going down and back up again, and then try 2 more with staying up, okay? Before you extend your arms, you should be able to stay up for the full set of 10 on each leg. If you can't do that, don't go on to the extension with this one, okay? Not yet, anyway. All right, we've got toe taps next. I've got my cheat sheet here. Okay. Hug yourself. That's it. Legs up to you. All right. In this position, your back should be beautifully flat. Point your toes. Take the feet up a little so they're on a bit of an angle. That's it. Now, the idea of this exercise is that the tip of your toes of one foot is to try and touch the floor, but your back has got to stay completely still. Which means that in your mind, you almost have to think of lifting your bottom while you're trying to take the leg down. So, take a breath in, breathing out, chest down. Now, 1 foot, try and touch the floor, but only if the back doesn't move. Breathing in, draw it back in. And breathing out. If you're
Cramp on this side.
Cramping, flex. Breathing out. And breathing in.
Tap.
And breathing out, let it go down. Think of your bottom lifting to make sure your back is staying nice and still. And breathing out, chest down, let your chin drop just a little bit to relax your neck. Don't forget eyeline a little bit low. That's it. And breathing out. Good. And breathing in and breathing out. Lovely. That's it. Okay, can we take the legs a bit straighter and tap a bit further away? Breathing out, keeping the back nice and flat. Good. Breathing in. Bigger out breath, because so your stomach goes right down. Try and lift your bottom. And breathing out. Now, if you really want to push this one, we'll do 2 more. Point, turn out, extend it. Breathing out. Touch my hand with this toe while that foot goes down. Breathing out. Touch. And breathing in, back up. And now switch. Breathing out, touch without cramping. She's got a cramp in this foot. And breathing in as it comes back up again. Okay? And relax. All right, so toe taps, the idea is that it should get right down deep into the lower stomach because you're lowering your legs without moving the pelvis. If you allow the pelvis to move, you will get it either in your hip flexors or possibly even in the lower back. Okay? Now, when I say the back is not allowed to move, I mean not at all. There's sometimes when you do this one, there'll be a shift on the mat where your back is not actually coming off the floor, but you feel yourself being shifted on the mat. That is tantamount to your back moving. You're going too far if that is the case. The idea is to touch the floor, but if you can't touch the floor without any movement or feeling it in the wrong places, then you don't touch the floor. You work up to it nice and easily. All right? Now, we're going to do stomach crunches. So, feet, knees together. Link your fingers together. I know a lot of people do stomach crunches with their hands on their ears. I need you to link your fingers together, put your palms under your head, and let your head rest in your hands. This is how to keep it out of your neck. All right, now, looking at my hand, I want you to lift your elbows, just your elbows, far enough so you can just see them out of the corner of your eyes without moving your eyes. So lift them up. You got good peripheral vision. Lift them up a bit more.
You should know this by now, Mum. I can see my whole arm pretty much.
All right, so we want them just lifted a little bit. If you try and hold them flat to the ground, you're pulling back while your body's trying to curl and you'll use your neck. If you have your elbows too far in, like this, you end up pulling on your neck, which is really bad for your neck. So about there, roughly, level with your ears, kind of. All right, difficult to tell because you can't see your own ears. All right, feet and knees together. Now, when you're doing a crunch, your knees are going to want to come apart. Keep them together.
You don't want to move.
Take a breath in. Breathing out, chest down. Now, when you feel your ribs starting to move, you follow. Good. Breathing in, back down. Breathing out, chest. Feel the ribs move. Feel your ribs trying to touch your hip bones, and breathing in. Good. And breathing out, chest and ribs. Letting the head just rest in your hands helps to keep the tension out of the neck. Keep going. Breathing out, nice big out breath. Good. There's a little shimmy that's happening when Samantha is doing these, and that's fine. It means she's working her stomach muscles as hard as she can, which is really important. And breathing out. Good. And breathing in. And breathing out. Lovely. And breathing in. Now, how far up do you come? You come far enough up so that the base of your shoulder blade comes up off the floor. Just. And breathing out. Make sure in here is staying relaxed. Inside thighs can work. One more. Breathing out. Good. Now, I want Samantha to do one where she's thinking of lifting her chin, okay? Because it will work completely differently. This is what I don't want you to do. So take a breath in, breathing out and chin. Can you see how it's almost turtlenecking? Now, rest your head on your hand. Yeah, completely different position and down. It's a curl of the spine, and don't forget your neck is part of your spine, so it's very important to keep the curl through there. Now, when that one becomes too easy, what we do is you do a crunch to come off those shoulder blades, and then on your in-breath, you only just touch the bottom of the shoulder blade back down to the mat. Next out-breath, you come back up again, so you don't go all the way down each time. So taking a breath, elbows in place, breathing out, chest down, ribs, squash to those hip bones. Breathing in, come back just to there, and breathing out, chest down and squash those ribs. Breathing in. And squash those ribs. Each time you breathe out, really breathe out strongly. She's holding her legs together beautifully. Her pelvis is holding nice and still. She is shaking, and that's as it should be. If you don't shake when you're doing this one, you're not breathing out as far as you possibly can. She's got 3 to go. Breathing out. Good. Breathing out, ribs down. Nice. And breathing out. Lovely. And rest. Okay? That one should be felt through the rib cage through here. Yeah? Beautiful. Okay, stay there. We're going to the circle next. All right. With the squeezes that we did last time, we had them with the legs apart. Okay, so separate your legs again. Pop that in so that it's even on both sides. That's the way. Going pigeon-toed. Now, with this exercise, as you get better at it, your feet should come closer and closer together. So what I want you to do is with your hands on your hip flexors, making sure your back is staying down and your neck is relaxed, I want you to try and get your feet closer together as you squeeze. So you're sort of walking them in, okay? So taking a breath in, breathing out as you squeeze, and then walk the legs in a bit. Now the legs stay there. Breathe in as you undo. And breathing out to squeeze. Ribs right down. She's got the good shake happening. And breathing in. Not in the right spot.
Nope.
That's it. And breathing out. Good. And breathing in. Breathing out.
I'm slipping again.
It's slipping. You're sweating, are you? And breathing out. It's got such a good shake.
I'm always good at this one.
Yeah. And breathing out. The shake is meaning that Samantha's able to isolate her inside thighs really, really well. So she's working just the inside thighs as hard as they can. She's not using her bottom. She's not using her back. She's not using her hip flexors. The only thing that's happening is the breath with the ribs going down and the inside thighs squeezing the stomach, which is brilliant. 2 more. And then breathing out. You do a set of 10, the magic number, only if you can keep doing it without things going wrong. Now, if you start on this one and you find that after a while you're starting to feel your back, you separate your feet again. You go back to the other way and finish off the other way. You ease up on how hard you're squeezing to make sure that it doesn't go into the wrong places. Now, the next version of this one is legs in the air. That's it. Turn out.
It just shook. Girl, I'm shook.
Okay, now this one is you can point or flex your feet. It doesn't matter.
I'm not going with cramp today.
You're not going with a cramp. Fair enough. Okay, now on your out breath, you're going to turn out and squeeze at the same time. So taking a breath in and breathing out, trapping those legs and squeezing at the same time. And ideally, there's no release on the in-breath. This is just a permanent squeeze for 10 full breaths. So, breathing out. If you stop breathing...
I'm trying not to use my hip flexors. They don't seem to want to
Bring
do
in
it.
a bit. Try there. Any better?
Nope.
No? Okay. If she's using her hip flexors, she's not allowed to do it, which is good that she picked that up. So in here was switching on.
It's like they were releasing and then going straight back to it, so.
Could you hold it without
No.
them turning on?
No.
Okay, so we'll do the second set down. Back in there.
Click. Again.
Alright, and taking a breath in, breathing out, and squeeze. That's the way.
And this one we've got no problem.
Yeah. So it was just a little bit too soon. Those of you in the studio that know the level of difficulty of the rings that we have, you'll know the grey ring is the weaker one, then the black one, and then the red rings are the stronger ones that we have. This is a brand new ring. It's strong, okay? So that's why she's having difficulties with it. If you've got an older ring or a weaker ring, by all means do the more advanced versions. Keep going and breathing out. This is the one from upstairs. And that's not used nearly as much as the ones in the studio. That's it. And one more. Lovely. Okay, now we're going to do oblique crunches. So back into the idea of one exercise curling up, one exercise down, one exercise up, one exercise down. So start feet and knees together. All right, now I'm going to get you to have this leg in the right spot first. So pick up this foot and cross the ankle over here. All right, ankle bone on the outside of the leg. Now, opposite arm. So Samantha's crossing over her left leg. So her right arm, the hand's going under your head to hold onto the ear, just the right arm.
Oh.
Other ear.
What?
Under the head, onto the ear.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. This hand, mid-thigh, there. Now, the idea of this exercise is you're not going to be holding the leg because that would be cheating. The idea is that you're reaching that little finger and that the rib on the right is trying to hit the hip bone on the left. All right, so you're going to be coming across your body. Taking a breath in. As you breathe out, drop the chest down, curl forward first, And then take that rib over without hunching. Yeah, careful. And breathing in, back down. And breathe out, forward and over. That's it. Think about that armpit going over. And breathing in. And breathing out, forward and over. That's it.
Oh, good.
And breathing in to come back down. And breathing out, forward, and then take it over. Lovely. And breathing in. And forward and over. That's the way. Breathing in and forward and over. That one didn't work. And breathing out, forward. Now take that armpit over. Yep. And breathing in. Last one. Breathing out, forward and over. That's it. And down. Okay. Foot down.
You will feel like falling over, by the way. Be careful.
Foot up. Other side. That's it. This hand extended. All right. Watch out for, make sure the armpits are working. Yep. Take a breath. Breathing out. Chest down, forward and over. Keep this hip down. That's it. And breathing in and back. Breathing out. Forward and over. That's the way. And breathing in. Breathing out. Forward and over. Good. And breathing in. Forward and over. Nice. That's great. 2 more. Make sure the out breath lasts the full length of the movement. Don't forget you can't over-out breathe. It just means you're using your stomach muscles even better, which is great. And breathing out. And down. Okay, so that's the end of that one. Make sure you finish off with an inside thigh stretch that we did at the stretch session for the intermediate and advanced. So an inside thigh stretch and a bum stretch to finish off, and you'll have completed the set. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and we will see you next time. Thank you, Samantha.
Bye, guys.